But all you really need is to just breathe.
After 42 years of marriage, Gary and Pat Goff enjoy a good game of cards. Every now and then, Gary wins. Usually, Pat does.
Okay.
You won again.
But for both of them, this game is a reminder of the hand Gary was dealt years ago that nearly took his life.
I was headed to the grave.
When he was in his 40s, it became obvious something was wrong with Gary's lungs. Breathing got harder and harder. By the time he was in his 50s, he needed oxygen 24/7. For Pat, it was painful to watch.
Here was, the man who was always there and who would have panic attacks in the parking lot, and how frightening it must be to not be able to breathe.
By the time Gary was nearly 60, doctors gave him the bottom line.
They told me that you're not going to live another year under your present condition. You must do something.
That something would be a lung transplant. His condition, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, is one of the leading conditions that make lung transplants necessary. Placed on the transplant list at Mayo Clinic, he waited in the hospital as doctors tried to keep him alive until the lungs he needed came. On February 16, 2012,
they took my wife into a conference room, a couple of doctors and a minister, and said, we've kept you posted, but if we don't get lungs today or maybe part of tomorrow, we're going to lose the guy because everything's starting to shut down and we've used up all the tricks that we know.
Pat remembers that vividly, but she prefers the vivid memory of what happened when the doctors came to talk to her again hours later.
Dr. Keller sat down and he said, "You're being given the greatest gift. We have lungs." And so that started our journey with the young man, 17-year-old boy, who we understand was in a motorcycle accident. And here we are today.
And Gary is doing so well. When he is not busy helping support other transplant patients like himself or volunteering to speak about organ donation, he is with his grandsons. Playing with them reminds him of what he would have missed without his donor. His dream is to meet his donor's family. That begins with writing to them, a process carefully guided by LifeQuest Donor Family Services.
It's just so important to have that communication. It really helps the donor families put some closure on losing their loved one. Very healing for both of them.
There has been no answer to Gary's first letter sent 3.5 years ago. He will mark his 5-year transplant anniversary by writing again. He has worked hard on his second letter, trying to find a way to explain that everything he does is meant to honor his donor.
It's incredible, the gift of life that I've been given, and the difference between now and 5 years ago. 5 years ago, this guy couldn't walk 50 feet without stopping and sucking the air out of an oxygen tank. And this guy today can go out and walk 5-mile walks without air. And it's just a blessing. I've been given a gift of life. I tell people a mulligan, almost 5 years and counting. So every day is a gift.
Let your weary spirit rest. Lay down what's good and find what's best. Just breathe.
This man who once waited and hoped for the gift of life now waits and hopes for another gift, the chance to meet the family of the young man who saved him.
Not a day goes by that I don't take a deep breath and realize, life is a breath. It's a breath. We talk about a breath of life, and it is. It's just awesome. Just awesome.
Is to just breathe. Just breathe.